Thank you for taking the time to volunteer for Brent Tessero's and Andrew Lara's campaign for City Council for 2020. We really appreciate your time. This is a brief tutorial on how to use Organizer. You'll obviously download the application to your phone. You'll be given a campaign code and you'll be given a username. The username relates to which universe or which area of the neighborhood you will be canvassing. You may be given this opportunity to select multiple universes. You should just have one. You'll just select that one. You might be given a selection of which universe to select. If there's just one, just click that one. If there's multiple ones, just click the one that you're working on at that time. Then you'll be taken to a map. And notice up here, there's a map and there's a list. The map is good for giving you orientation, where you are, what street you're on. The blue dot is obviously a GPS, where your location's at. These orange dots are not necessarily exact. I would not go off these orange dots as to where the homes are. It's just a general area. So for the majority of the time, you're going to use the list function. The first page you'll open up to is to the map portion. And this is good to have a general sense of orientation of where you're at. The blue dot obviously is your location. It uses GPS. I would not use this to determine where a house is at. These are just approximate locations. But it's a good way of determining what street you're on, what's the next street, so on and so forth. So the majority of the time you're going to use the list function. And let's go to the next page. Sorry about that. When you get to the list function, you'll be given a list of addresses. And it's in alphabetical order by street. So you have to scroll up and down. And the majority of the time you're going to work off your list. And here's one address, 6102. That's my address here. And if I were to click on 6102, it's going to give me a list of the occupants. Just some basic information, their name, their age, their party affiliation. I'm going to go ahead and select one of those. So I'll select my name. And then when I select my name, it's going to ask 3 questions. One, was the home accessible? If there was a locked gate and I couldn't get in, I'm going to put no. But if it's an open door or open and I can walk up to the front door, I'm going to press yes. Did you drop off a flyer at the residence? If I walked up to the front door and left the flyer, I'm going to hit yes. If I came to a locked gate, but I was able to leave a flyer kind of near a mailbox by the locked gate, I'm gonna click yes also. If it was just impossible to leave a flyer, then you would click no. And then you move on to the last question. The last question is sort of a free type area. Person said they were really interested, they want a sign, you might want to write a brief note in here. It's almost kind of rare that you'll use this function though. But once you do that, you're going to hit submit. And I'm sorry, after the previous 2 selections, you're going to hit submit at the. And once you hit submit, you're going to be taken back to the initial page for the home. And you notice that one person is still remaining. Well, this is just a programming glitch on our part. We're not capturing who we're talking to due to the pandemic, but we are capturing which homes we're able to engage in. So even though there's one person outstanding, you're going to go back and click previous. And that's going to take you back to your main list function. And that's basically about it. One tip, because the application still registers one person living at the home, when you go back to list 6102, that original address will still be there. You're just going to have to bypass that and know that you did that home and move on to the next one. If you opened up a different address like 6104 and there was only one person who was the target, and you clicked that one person, you went through that, you left a flyer at the door was accessible, then that address will disappear off your list. So just be careful with that glitch. Sometimes it can get a little confusing, but for the most part, this is a good way of capturing data. Thank you.